It's a Married with Channels podcast. My name is Moose.
I'm Jodie.
And we're getting over some sicky icky.
Yeah.
Kind of. We're still kind of dealing with it.
Something viral going on here.
It's funny because over the last 2 years, of course, we've been locked down, like lockdown because of a vulnerable kid. We haven't been sick once. None of us.
Right.
That's like the only good thing about being stuck at home for 2 years.
That's not the only good thing.
Oh, yeah. Spending quality time and all that.
Yeah.
But,
come on.
one of the big things is not ever getting sick, which is great. But,
that was great.
But
that has come to an end.
That has come to an end. Kids in school and let's bring this home.
And this home and this home.
Yeah.
It's like nonstop now. Sickness. So yeah, we've had a little break from podcasting. Sorry, everybody.
But now we're back and we got some Halloween treats coming up here in a little bit. You don't need to give us a joke or do a dance or anything. But we'll start off with a show on Hulu. Steve Carell, Domhnall Gleeson. It's called The Patient. And if you don't know the premise of The Patient, basically this serial killer is going to a therapist. Feels like the only way he wants to change. He wants to stop killing. And the only way to really accomplish that is if he, of course, kidnaps his therapist, chains him to the floor in his basement, and has his own private sessions there. The question is the therapist keeping track so that he can bill his insurance company later on?
I don't think he is, but yeah, this is an intense show sometimes for me. It's interesting to see Steve Carell in a serious role. I mean,
it's always interesting, right?
Yeah, but he does it very well.
He's a good actor.
Yeah.
I mean, we've seen him in a little bit of the morning show.
Yeah.
He played kind of the what's that guy on the Today Show? Matt Lauer. Matt Lauer, yeah. Who's, disgraced because of a sexual harassment story, blah, blah, blah. But he pulled off the dramatic chops there. Mm-hmm. He's a good actor, and he's obviously a good comedic actor. I love Lamp. And he shows it here. He's doing fine. I honestly, The Patient, after a couple episodes, I was kind of like the premise is cool, but it was kind of boring. But then It started to win me over with, I think when we got more of the Steve Carell characters, Dr. Strauss.
Yeah,
right?
Dr. Strauss.
We started getting more of his life and his journey and, the stuff he's going through with his son.
Yeah, the death of his wife.
The death of his wife.
Yeah.
The conflict. There's interesting stuff going on here with, there's father-son relationship stuff. There's also like religious questions.
Yeah.
There's therapeutic questions,
Yeah.
Nature of nurture, all that's going on.
Yep. When, how does that work when a therapist needs therapy? You kind of get a little kind of glimpse into that as well. So.
Yeah. And you got David Alan Grier, another comedian, pulling off some good dramatic acting.
Yeah.
For a moment, I bet some people, when they saw the scenes of Steve Carell's character imagining his therapy session with his now dead therapist, David Alan Grier, they were thinking, that's not David Alan Grier. They're probably just some actor, but
yeah.
So yeah, he's pulling it off too.
Yeah.
And the show initially, I was kind of getting bored by because we're just going to be in this basement, have sessions, and occasionally he'll go murder somebody. But it's kind of evolved into more than that.
Yeah.
And so I like The Patient. I think there's some good stuff going on there.
I agree. It's a good one. Sometimes it gets kind of intense. Like, I have to remember to breathe during certain scenes because what's going to happen? Oh, my God.
Yeah. And the latest episode titled Auschwitz, the latest episode as we record this, there's an interesting end to it. Strauss recommends he invite his ex-wife over for a brunch because essentially he needs somebody to love and they need to re-explore that relationship, blah, 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 blah. He watches in on a video camera feed. It doesn't go very well.
No, it's kind of super awkward.
It's very awkward. And essentially, Sam, the serial killer, comes down and says it was a failure. And Dr. Strauss talks to him about how... Oh, and Sam also says, look, I'm going to this new therapist next week.
Yes.
And Dr. Strauss is like, that's fine, but I hope you talk to Dr. Bakula or Betchula, whatever, the new doctor, about... Because your issues stem from your father. your abusive father.
Yeah.
And then that sparks a light in Sam's head. Oh, yeah. And then he plays a video of an interview with Edmund Kemper.
Yes.
Like a giant of a serial killer from the 70s.
Yeah.
Who did notoriously horrible things to people. And it all stems from his mother.
It had to stop. Once my mother was dead, there was almost a cathartic process at that point. I got physical.
Kemper said everyone he killed, he was just killing his mother over and over again. As me too, it's the same for me, just with my father.
I don't think that
You're the one who said I kill people instead of him. So if I kill him, I'll be done. I won't have to kill any other people. And if there's one person who needs to get what he deserves, is that piece of shit.
Sam, you cannot and must not kill your father.
I feel like I finally know what I have to do.
Sam, we should keep talking. We need to keep talking. Sam?
I'm gonna kill my father, cut his head off, his skull. I'm just kidding. I'm not gonna his skull.
They're throwing a little humor there, but I mean, that's what Edmund Kemper did to his mom. But it's interesting because, wow, now he's going to go try and kill his father. And as Dr. Strauss, how do you talk him out of that? Because he was like literally heading out the door.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I want to know who's going to play his father.
I
thought his father was dead.
I thought so too, but I don't, apparently not. Maybe I missed that small detail. But I also think something's up with his mom, the mom character.
Yeah.
Like there's something going on there and I'm not sure what. Like, I mean, I get it. You love your kid, but how can you stand by while he has someone chained up in your basement? Like,
I know.
Where's your conscience, and
I don't know.
what's right in the world there? I don't know. So that's bizarre to me.
I get the
Very
feeling it's
weird.
going to come back to his mom and his
Yeah.
relationship with his mom.
Yeah. Yep. Like maybe he does kill his dad, but that still doesn't,
Yeah.
quell the desire to kill people. I don't know. It's very intense sometimes and it's very strange. And you kind of get a peek behind the curtain maybe of a serial killer,
What's interesting is we're watching this show and I am currently in the process of narrating a book about serial killers.
Nice.
It's all kind of serendipitous
Ooh.
in a serial killer sort of way. But The Patient on Hulu, or FX on Hulu, is good. And I think people should go check it out. Give it a couple episodes before you bail on it. Right?
Yeah. Agree.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Moving on to some Halloween stuff, the stuff the kids are watching.
Yeah, you want to go there first? What the kids are watching?
Let's go there and we'll end it with some actual horror movies.
Yeah, so we have a tween. She's kind of like not ready for maybe some real horror, although sometimes she thinks she is. I don't know if we're ready for the middle of the night wakings because of nightmares just yet. So, we were trying to find some good Halloween stuff that she could watch. We opted for some more mild items. We watched Hocus Pocus 2, and I have to say, I was pleasantly surprised by this.
Yeah.
Like, I liked it better than the original, honestly.
Sequel to the original from 1996, I think. But it's been a lunch or so. And Hocus Pocus 2, I liked it. I thought it was, a good movie for younger kids to watch. It's got the Halloween stuff going on, of course, with witches flying around. I like the modern updating where one of them's flying around on a Swiffer.
Yeah. A Roomba.
Yeah. So that's interesting. And they don't look like they've aged very much.
Yeah, they've done a good job of that.
Yeah.
The original was 1993.
Okay.
By the way. Yeah. But this one's out now. There's some funny. There's some good stuff. It's not too frightening, but it's good kind of family Halloween movie.
Yeah.
So highly recommend that one.
Yeah. And it's not definitely, I think there's stuff there for adults.
Yeah.
It's got Sam Richardson, who I think is a great comedic actor. And Tony Hale's in there.
Mm-hmm.
And of course you got Bette Midler, Kathy Najimy, Sarah Jessica Parker, reprising their roles as what are they called? Witches?
The Sanderson sisters.
Sanderson sisters.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we watched that, and then Evie revisited Hocus Pocus 1, and that's an okay movie.
It's an okay one.
Yeah. The second one's better.
I feel like the second one's better. The first one just doesn't hold my attention as well. Maybe that's a me problem. I don't know, but it just doesn't. I kind of popped in and out of that movie, I guess.
Okay.
Watched parts, bits and pieces of it, but not start to finish. It just, I don't know.
And another Halloween movie that we introduced our 11-year-old to, which we're very proud of, is Ghostbusters.
Yep, we broke out the original Ghostbusters.
I'm surprised she stuck through it all. I thought for certain after the first 15 minutes she'd be like, do we have to watch this?
Right.
But she was into it.
She was. She kind of liked it. She doesn't like the 80s soundtrack,
Right.
which you and I kind of love and reminisce about, you know.
Well, yeah, how could you not?
Yeah, 1984 Ghostbusters. You know, I forget some of the humor. And it's funny to watch it now because some of the scenes you're like, oh, that's bad acting. You know, it's just terrible, not that great. But somehow when we were younger, it just worked.
What was the bad acting?
There was like a scene where they were talking about shutting down the containment facility. Yeah. I don't know what you want to call that. The
Unit.
vault.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I don't know. It was like kind of awkward with Harold Ramis and a couple other kind of scenes here and there where it's like, oh, this is not that great, you know.
Yeah.
But
it's always kind of a treat to see the guy who plays Walter Peck.
yes.
I can't think of his name, but he had the bureaucratic, sniveling little a-hole character locked down for the 80s into the 90s. Like he was that character, same character in Die Hard.
Yeah. William
Die Hard too.
Atherton is his name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's some good humor in there, of course. I mean, look, it's Ghostbusters. It's classic. I mean, it's funny. Evie was commenting on some of the. She's like, "Well, if this was before CGI, how that's CGI there?" I'm like, "No, they had to do other things before the computers."
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think I didn't look at her face, but I'm assuming she was a little blown away that they can make the cool ghost characters without a computer.
Yeah. Yep.
But, she liked it.
She did.
She saw it all the way through, and yeah, maybe that'll be on her menu for next year's Halloween too.
Yeah. I think it's rated PG. There wasn't anything, you know, super nightmare inducing or violent or gory. She mentioned maybe a little bit of
There's some implied sexual stuff.
Yeah, inappropriate
Yeah.
stuff, but it's not graphic. They don't show
Not
the
even.
inappropriate things. So
Yeah, so
yeah, so good, clean family Halloween fun for what the kids are watching.
yeah.
Yeah.
Go see Ghostbusters. Moving on to a couple things that I've seen that Jodie has not real quickly. I saw the new Hellraiser reboot, Hellraiser 2022. I'm not a big fan of the original stuff. I think it's interesting, the visuals and the whole premise of it all.
Sure.
The new one is not good. It's very well done, but it's just not good. It's not super engaging. It's not scary. I think the Cenobites, which are the creatures that come from the hell or whatever, they look plasticky,
Okay.
whereas the Cenobites in the original movies looked real.
Yeah.
But these look like their skin looks all plasticky and painted on. It's just,
All
Yeah.
right.
Nothing really disturbing there. But
Okay.
I also watched, and all these I watched like in 10-minute globs here and there
Sure.
throughout a couple weeks or something. I also watched Halloween Ends,
Yeah.
the finale of the trilogy by David Gordon Green and Danny McBride,
Okay.
kind of reboot. And Halloween Ends is actually good. It worked out good. I didn't see the last one, Kills. I saw the one before that from 2018.
Okay.
And Halloween Ends is good. It takes a little different path to where, and it addresses some questions like, is evil incarnate or is evil learned? You know, can you inherit evil?
I think that's always kind of been there, but you know, the doctor in the first Halloween movies was always kind of like, I think he was just born evil, you know?
Yeah, but it was all in service of building up the mystique and the scary of Michael Myers. Like,
Sure.
essentially, if you boil down the Halloween movies, not counting the Season of the Witch one, which I think was 3,
Yeah.
it's a guy in a mask with a knife running around killing people.
Sure.
Whereas this one, I think, and I'm not trying to give it too much credit,
Sure.
it's more of kind of because Mike Myers really isn't a big character in this movie at all.
Oh,
There is a
interesting.
main antagonist who's not Michael Myers.
Oh, interesting.
And yeah, I thought that was interesting too when I heard the premise. I was like, I'll check this out.
All right.
But some interesting stuff there, and it's very well done, and a couple cool kills. And there's one scene though, they have a radio guy doing a radio show, and
Yeah.
as anybody who's listening to this knows that I come from a radio background. He's on air, and he's got a microphone hanging in front of him, and it's what's called a forward address mic.
Right.
You talking to the end of it, you don't talking to the side, but it's hanging.
Yeah.
And he's talking in the side, and I'm like,
Wrong.
you're doing it wrong.
That's right.
Maybe I'll even post a picture or something, but it's like,
That's kind of like when I watch shows and they medically do something.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Nope, that's not what
Yeah,
they
yeah.
do.
but this was
Yeah.
so glaringly wrong.
Yeah.
I'll equate it to a scene in ER. Somebody comes in with a scalpel
Yeah.
and tries to cut somebody open with the handle of the
Right.
scalpel. You know,
Okay.
it was that egregiously bad. Like, nobody on set was like, had seen a microphone like that, and it's like, wait, excuse me. And it's not like it was hanging vertically to accommodate some visual thing.
I feel like you're the only one that's going to notice that, to be honest.
Oh no, the radio boards are lighting up. No. But other than that, I thought it was a good movie. So
Good.
I know you don't like the scary stuff.
I mean, it's never really been my thing. Every once in a while, I'll watch one, or in my youth, I'd go to haunted houses with friends, or go to the theater and see a scary movie around this time of year.
Mhm.
But I don't seek them out. It's not really a genre that I enjoy. I don't like to be scared. Okay, like I don't like to be startled at all. So, yeah.
I don't like seek out the scary movies, but I like them when they're good.
Hmm.
Like, if they're a good quality scary movie,
Mm-hmm.
I'll watch it. But
How-
I
how do you
don't
know they're
want to
gonna
watch
be
the
good?
found. Huh?
You're not going to know if they're going to be good though until you watch them.
I mean, I can parse from different reviews and word of mouth
Oh,
whether or not
okay.
it's worth a shot.
I don't know, because other people have raved about scary movies before, and I've watched them, and I'm like, this was dumb.
Oh, which one comes to mind?
Like I don't know, like I didn't like The Ring. A couple other ones, some of the Texas Chainsaw Massacres. It was like, okay, I don't know.
You know what type of scary movie I won't ever really watch is the found footage stuff. After Blair Witch Project,
yeah.
I'm kind of like, over it.
See, that movie scared me.
Yeah, I won't watch VHS. There's also the
Paranormal Activity.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
watch that.
Yeah.
Don't care.
Those freak me out because they look more real. I think they're more scary to me because they look like they could actually happen.
I could see that.
Yeah.
I don't know. Halloween Ends is decent. Hellraiser, pass.
All right.
All right, happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween, everybody. Hope you get lots of candy in your trick-or-treat bag.
It's the Married with Channels podcast. That'll do it for us. We'll be back again. Make sure you give us a good review. Give us 4 stars on your podcast provider. That helps other people find us. Good reviews are always welcome.
Share, tell your friends.
Absolutely. Until next time, I'm Moose.
And I'm Jodie.
We'll see you.
Bye.